All right, hi guys. Today we are making our fruit cheesecake parfait. So we're gonna be doing a strawberry parfait today. So to start off, I'm going to prepare our strawberries. So I'm using a paring knife and a cutting board. I'm going to go ahead and slice the top off of my strawberry and throw that away. I'm then going to cut my strawberry into slices. And I want to have smaller strawberries here. I don't want super big pieces. So I am gonna make sure that when I'm cutting my strawberries, I'm going pretty fine with them. Remember, we're gonna have like a parfait cup, so you don't want huge pieces of fruit inside of there. You are hoping to have smaller bites. So I'm going to be using a ½ pound of strawberries. You could be doing this with mango or blueberry or something else depending on what your teacher has or if you ever make these at home yourself. So after I have my strawberries cut, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them all in a bowl, and I'm going to then go ahead, I've pre-measured my sugar. I'm going to put 25 grams of sugar on top here, and sugar is going to help pull out the liquid from our strawberries and also help sweeten them up. And next I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zest my lemon. So this is a grater. I'm going to zest my lemon, which means that I'm going to take some of the skin of the top of my lemon. Because I'm putting everything in one bowl and we're using scales this year, I'm going to put my bowl on my scale and I'm going to hit tare, which should zero out my bowl. And you can see it says 0 grams. So I'm looking to get 1 gram of lemon zest. So I'm going to firmly push my lemon and I'm going to grate against the side. And I'm going to go ahead and grate my lemon until I get a decent amount that reads me 1 gram. Now it's gonna be pretty hard to get myself there. If you can see, I've already done about half a lemon and I don't see anything on my scale yet. And so I have a second lemon that I'm gonna go ahead and do. And I've hit 1 gram, so I'm gonna stop there. Now I'm gonna go in with 7 grams of lemon juice. My tip is, after I've squeezed, you can tell my lemon is kind of mushy, but if it's not there, you can always roll your lemon to help release the juices from the rind on the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut it in half. The other thing to make sure is we do have lemon seeds in here, so I'm gonna try and pop a couple of those out. And now I'm going to again tare out so I'm at 0 so I can get 7 grams of lemon juice. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze. Looks like I have about 6, so I'm gonna go pretty slow here. And I have 7 grams. After I have all of this together, I'm going to go ahead and give it a mix so that my strawberries can start to release that water and give me a nice consistency and help with the flavor. So I'm gonna put that over to the side and I'm gonna start working on my graham crackers. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my graham crackers in a big bag and I'm going to spread them out. We are crushing our graham crackers to make a graham cracker crush. You are gonna need a rolling pin or something that you can hit your graham crackers with. I'm gonna just go ahead and start off by cracking them and crumbling them down myself, just because I feel like I can get pretty far in that. The big thing here is if we start whacking our graham crackers super hard with our rolling pin, I'm gonna break my bag and then I'm gonna have graham crackers spilling out everywhere. So we don't need to hulk out with our graham crackers. You can see I'm just applying a little bit of pressure and I have a pretty good mixture here already. So I'm gonna go ahead. I kind of want to leave a little bit of crumbs. I don't want to have like graham cracker sand, okay? So it looks like I'm just about there. You can see I have some big chunks, some little chunks, but my graham crackers are nice and crushed. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna microwave my butter. My butter, I have about, it says, let's see here. I have 1 ounce. So this is only gonna take about 20 seconds in our microwave. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in. I'm gonna go ahead, hit 30 just for good measure. All right, so I've gone ahead and melted my butter. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weigh out 75 grams of graham cracker. So once I get my 75 grams, the big thing here is if I have any left over, I'm going to make sure to put those, oh perfect, 75 grams. I'm gonna put any leftover graham cracker mixture that I have into a bag for other people in class to use. Now my butter's still a little hot, so I'm not gonna use my bare hand here. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my butter. and give this a mix around. My whole purpose of putting that butter in there is to coat my graham crackers so that they are a wet mixture. So really make sure you're going through, your graham crackers should go from being a light brown more to a dark golden-y kind of brown. So again, now that that's all done, I'm gonna put that off to the side again. And now I'm going to focus on my, cream cheese mixture. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crack open my sweetened condensed milk. Now my sweetened condensed milk is a thick mixture. So when I go ahead and weigh this out, I wanna make sure that I'm doing it in the bowl that I want to use. So I'm gonna put on my bowl, I'm again going to tare out, which means it's weighing out 0. So it says that I need 198 grams of sweetened condensed milk. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start pouring this. And like I said, this is a very thick mixture. So I'm gonna have my rubber spatula ready so that I can stop him off when I get to 189. So I'm just about there. Okay, I'm gonna stop that off. There is my sweetened condensed milk. Now I'm going to use my 8 ounces of cream cheese. You guys will have to weigh this out, but this brick that I have here is already 8 ounces exactly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up. And if you can tell, this is going to be a very sweet and thick mixture. So if you were to be doing this without letting your cream cheese soften, which means that it's more pliable, I can whisk and mix it together easy. You would need to use like a hand mixer or a stand mixer to make your life a little bit easier. And then the last thing I'm gonna add in here is my vanilla for some flavor, make sure it's nice and sweet. And I'm gonna go ahead and give this a mix. I'm gonna start off with a whisk to really try and chop down and make this mixture. We're trying to go light and airy, this mixture. We do not want a thick mixture. All right, so we're back and I have fully whisked together my cream cheese, my sweetened condensed milk, and my vanilla. So if you can see, I have a little bit of chunkiness for the cream cheese, but I've gotten it pretty thin whisking it together. So now it's time to make my strawberry cheesecake parfait. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a little scoop in the bottom of my cups. It'll depend on what your teacher has available for you as to what you're using. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little scoop, and now I'm going to use my rubber spatula to try and pack that down just a little bit inside. You can also use your measuring spoons, or you can use your finger to try and press that down and make like a nice mold at the bottom. And after I add in my graham crackers, I'm gonna do a scoop of my cheesecake filling. So you can use however much or little you want to inside of here. And I put my little scoop on top. And then after, you are going to add in your strawberries. You can do this, you know, however your little heart desires. So if you want more, you add more. If you want just a little bit of strawberry, you can add just a little bit of strawberry. And you can see my strawberries have like a nice consistency to them and look shiny. And that's because my sugar has been released from my strawberries with that lemon and adding the sugar on top. So they're gonna be nice and sweet and delicious. From here, you could either choose to go for another layer, or this is your nice little cheesecake parfait.